When we're trying to attract things to our backyard so that we can enjoy the biodiversity of nature, there are a few things that we can do to up the chances of seeing what we want to see. And through my process of developing my boat frog pond, I've discovered 3 that I think are key. And my evidence is that it's only been 3 weeks since this thing started to fill up with rainwater, and yet I have a really exciting development today, which I'll share at the end of the video. If you'd like to see more of the boat pond stuff, or if you'd like to see some stuff on stingless bees or any native plants or using native ingredients in your kitchen, anything to do with Australian native plants and wildlife, don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get on with today. So 3 key things that I think you need for your frog pond to attract the frogs and get them breeding in your backyard. First, number 1 key thing is you're going to need some depth to your water. I've tried a lot of different ponds, and I've noticed that it's not until they get to about 30 or 40 centimeters that I start getting any kind of success with breeding. So you're going to want the water to be at least 30 centimeters deep. The other thing you're going to need, and I think you can see it behind me, is you're going to need plenty of places for frogs to hide. Frogs are part of the ecosystem. They have a lot of predators, so you really need to give them places where they can hide out and not feel like they're going to become someone's dinner if they breed there. And also they don't want their young to become someone's dinner either. The final thing is a trick that I found out on the Queensland Frogs Facebook group. And my exciting development today didn't happen until yesterday. I installed this key element. And it relates to habitat in the sense that you've got to have things for the creature you want to eat. And what do frogs eat? They eat bugs. And what attracts bugs? Lights. You don't want a super bright light, because we all know light pollution causes lots of problems for our insects. But there's nothing wrong with a nice low voltage solar light. So over here, oh, my head's in the way. I'm going to turn the camera around. So over here you can see I just have a little solar lantern over the back of my boat, and that's there to attract bugs. Once I did that, last night there was an absolute out here near the frog pond, and this morning I came out, I had a look, I was like, no eggs. And then later on during the day I was actually bringing out some compost because the compost heap is nearby. And I had another look and I suddenly went, what's that? I had completely missed the eggs. There are definitely eggs in this pond. I'll put up photos now. And only a few hours after discovering them, they are already starting to develop. Here's the photos of them developing. How exciting is that? I think they're probably graceful tree frogs. That's Latoria gracelenta. I'll put a photo up now. Because I heard them last night. So here's some footage that I took. You'll just see the light in the darkness because obviously it was dark, and you can hear the frog calls that I heard around the frog pond last night. Isn't that too exciting? Okay, coming up soon we have a 90-second native on a frog pond plant, because that was the other really important thing I found with these plants. They were all attached to vegetation, and one plant in particular, which was the Bacchopomonieri, which I've already done a 90-second native on. So if you want to watch that video, I'll link it at the end of this one. And I'm also going to do a video on the fish that I've chosen that will live harmoniously with the tadpoles. And I'm also going to do a video that will update on the stingless beehive, and I'll do a video on the other plants later on as we go, because I don't want to just bomb the channel with constant videos on ponds. some people may not be interested in that. Don't forget, if you want to support what I'm doing here, if you want to see more videos from me, the best way to support the channel is to simply interact with that video. And that could be a simple like, that could be a comment, that could be sharing it on your social media. Anything makes a difference, and I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, and until we get into it again, have a great week.